When you have children and you're getting divorced, mediation, by far not close, is the best solution for your family. Why? Mediation gives you autonomy in terms of your scheduling. Sure, that could be important to parents, but more importantly, mediation gives you creativity. It gives you the ability to think through what's unique about your family, what holidays are special for you, what traditions are special, and build creative solutions. It's not this arbitrary split every holiday kind of schedule, but it's what works for this family. And we're thinking prospectively. What are the children going to need 3 years from now, 6 years from now? Are there special needs for the children that we need to address now so that we don't have concerns that we need to address post-divorce? Mediation also keeps your children in the protected bubble of my parents aren't ripping each other's heads off in a courtroom, saying things they can never take back, creating wounds that will never heal in a courtroom, but rather my parents decided to do this in an amicable way. That breeds healthy children post-divorce. How do you keep your children out of the middle of a conflict in a divorce? When custody is at issue, emotions are riding high. Everybody believes that their position is the best position. Your skilled mediator can help you step back, reflect, and really dig deep on the why behind your position. Oftentimes, the why is based on past performance. You have a spouse that never picked the kids up from school. You have a spouse that never helped with homework. You have a spouse that never showed up at a game, an event, a play. And now you're thinking, we're getting divorced, and now my spouse wants to show up? Well, that may be their first time where they have to show up because you did everything so magically, so magnificently that your spouse was able to be the, quote, absent parent. And now it's time for that parent to show up. I say sometimes it's time to give them the opportunity to take off from work when the kids are sick too. Why did you always do it? Mediation allows for creativity to really unpack the why behind our decision-making and land in a position that's truly in the best interest of the children and not the revenge position of the parent that was scorned. Co-parenting through a divorce is essential. There are hundreds and thousands of books on co-parenting, articles, blogs, podcasts. What does co-parenting really boil down to? It really boils down to putting aside your personal grievances, putting your children first, and making decisions through the lens of what's best for your child, and not the revenge position or the punishment position for a parent that was perhaps a little too absent, or for a parent that really abdicated all authority to the other parent. Mediation gives you an opportunity to reset for the benefit of your children, to develop a custody and parenting time plan that is best for them moving into the future without looking back to all the hurt feelings. You are positive that your soon-to-be former spouse will not cooperate in custody mediation. So you march into mediation and say, no, custody's off the table. We're only going to work on the finances. Aren't the children a little more important than the money? I think they're a lot more important than the money. If your spouse is willing to come to the table to resolve the economic issues in your case, chances are a skilled mediator can bridge the gap between where you are in custody, where your spouse is on custody, and find a place, not necessarily in the middle, but find the place that is really in the best interest of your children. Trust the mediator to build consensus on both sides in arriving at what is really driving the decision-making and what is truly best for your children, not just from a financial perspective. If you have questions about whether you can mediate a custody dispute, a parenting time dispute, or both, our skilled team is here and ready to answer all of your questions and help you see why mediation is your best pathway forward.